What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to some more Gears of War Ultimate Edition. This is an achievement slash collectible guide, actually 3 achievements. We're going to be getting Time to Remember, Honor Bound, and For the Fallen for collecting all 33 COG tags in the single player campaign. Or you can actually do this in co-op as well. However, I'm going to be doing this in single player. We're going to start from the beginning and do this on casual just so this is a nice, easy walkthrough. So let's get to it. Our first one here is on Act 1 Ashes. This is 14 years after E-Day, literally the beginning of the game. But first, you're going to have to make a decision of going left or right. Right will be training, left will be combat. You're going to want to choose left. That will make it so that you can get the second COG tag in the game. However, the first one is actually located right in this first room if you just go straight. A lot of these COG tags are going to be noticeable by the red omen that will appear near them or somewhere in the general area, just to kind of make it a little bit easier for you. So there is our first COG tag. Here in the second room that you visit in the game, this is where your first bit of combat is going to occur. There will be some enemies that are going to come through that door, but before they do, if you come all the way to the back of the room, you'll see this omen over here on one of the walls, and just behind it you can find some ammo, as well as your second COG tag. Our third COG tag will be located just outside. As soon as you make it outside, you will see to your left there will be a staircase. If you head up this staircase, you will find the omen. And then if you head to your left and just in the corner, it will be located. I had already picked it up earlier, but I promise it'll be there. In Trial by Fire, you're going to want to make your way through the mission as you normally would, just continuing moving forward. And once you get to your first bit of combat in the mission, which will be right over here, you can already actually see the omen right there. I'm going to just kill off these enemies and then we will pick up our fourth COG tag. A little further on in Trial by Fire, you'll come to this building. This is going to be the only building that you enter in the entire chapter. And you will find this red omen up on one of the pillars, and if you just continue as if you were forward progressing, you have to come through this building and go out the door on the opposite side. Before going out that door, make sure to pick up these COG tags right over here by this window. Moving on to Fish in a Barrel, you'll eventually make it to this fountain. Instead of getting in the fountain and starting to try and close the E-holes that are going to open and so on, notice that there is a red omen on the fountain itself, and if you come to this back left-hand corner, you'll be able to find yet another COG tag, our 6th one. On the next chapter, Knock Knock, we're going to be right here at the beginning, and as you're making your way to the House of Sovereigns, you're going to find this white van with a red omen on it. If you run up towards the van and then head to the left, down a little bit of a corridor kind of thing almost, you'll be able to find yet another COG tag. Our next one is on the chapter Hammer, and in the hallway where you are introduced to the wretches for the first time, instead of heading to the right, head down here to the left and you'll find a COG tag right here. After defeating the cedar in the courtyard here on the chapter Hammer, you're going to head through this room where you'll be attacked by a couple of drones as well as some wretches. You may have noticed that the red omen was right over the doorway as we came in, and as you come out, there it is again. As you walk out of the room, you're going to find a dead body after a couple more wretches, my bad. After a couple more wretches, you will find a dead body. It is Rohan's. I believe Rohan was one of the members with Coltrane. If you turn to the right, you will find his COG tag hidden in the corner. At the very beginning of China Shop, instead of continuing forward, turn around and go back. As I'm showing, instead of going that way, turn around and come back towards the fire. And this is where the Berserker killed one of the soldiers. You will be able to pick up that soldier's COG tags. Further along in China Shop, you're going to be leading this berserker through the tomb of the dead or the unknown soldier or whatever the hell it's called. Anyways, you'll be making your way towards the exit, and I believe this is the third room that you will come to with a breakable door. If you come all the way down and to the left, you will find a COG tag, and this will be our 11th one and our first achievement of the video, Time to Remember, for collecting our first 11 COG tags. Our final one here on China Shop will be once you get outside of the tomb and are fighting the berserker. If you head over to the left from the door of the tomb, you will find this red omen, as well as a COG tag right here on the ground. Moving on to Act 2 Nightfall, this will be right at the start of Act 2. If you head down these stairs and over the first concrete blocks, you're going to go to the right and down some more stairs instead of continuing through that door. So if you come back here, jump over and grab these COG tags. Later on in Grist, you're going to be making your way across this catwalk. The right side is going to get destroyed, so you're going to have to go along the left side. And as you go along the left side, you will be ambushed by some wretches, so just take them out and just continue forward until you get to a staircase that will lead outside. Under that staircase and behind some dumpsters, you will find another COG tag. At the end of Grist, you're going to find the stranded outpost. Before heading to the gate, keep to the left side. If you head to the gate, you will start the next chapter. Instead, keep to the left side and come back here where you can see the red omen and pick up these COG tags. Moving on to the chapter Lethal Dusk, eventually the game will introduce you to the krill in the idea that you have to shoot open some propane tanks in order to create light in order to move forward through the level. So at this point you're going to go to the right side. However, if you go to the left and inside of this hut with the propane tank, you can see the red omen there. There will be a COG tag inside of here. So make sure that you shoot the propane tank or else the krill will kill you when you get in here. And pick up the tags, of course. Later on in the mission, you're going to assist Dom in getting across the street by using the spotlight. After you do that, he will turn on all these street lights for you so you can easily make it across the street. However, be sure to put the street light back here towards the beginning on this red car. After doing so, head downstairs, fight through some wretches and so on, and head over to that red car and you will find a COG tag. Pick it up and add it to your collection. At the start of Dark Labyrinth, you're going to be making your way through this building. Once you leave the building, you're supposed to continue through to the left side and down the street and so on. However, if you turn to your right, you will be able to find this COG tag right here on the ground next to a red omen on a car. We have finally made it to Act 3. This is Chapter Downpour. This is our 19th tag, and after encountering the glowing wretches for the first time, you're going to find this building labeled 3 with a red COG on it, or a red omen rather. If you head behind it and then all the way down here, down this long pathway towards the ocean, you will find a COG tag sitting out here. Pick it up and add it to your collection. On the chapter Evolution, you will make your way to this room with a bunch of wood on the ground. You'll have to walk across. The game will automatically make you. If you fall through, you will have to fight through some wretches and so on, but then you can take the ladder to come back up again. However, if you just follow this path, you can easily get over to the COG tags. Make sure to follow the path that I take, because if you don't, you will fall down and have to come back up and go again and again and again. So just pick up the COG tags and move on. At the end of Evolution, before hitting the green button and getting on the minecarts, come down here and pick up these COG tags really quickly before the next chapter begins. We've made it to Darkest Before Dawn, and this is when you're going down into the caves for the first time. Move forward, and instead of taking a left at the crossroads, head forward across a small gap where you can see that red omen, and pick up these tags. When you do so, if you've been following along, this will be your 22nd tag, and you will unlock the achievement Honor Bound for collecting 22 tags. A little bit further into Darkest Before Dawn, you're going to enter into this firefight down here after slipping down like a waterfall type thing. You will see a red omen where the enemies are coming out of. Instead of heading up the stairs where the enemy was coming from, head down this alcove to the right and pick up these COG tags. After you and Dom split up going right and left, you'll then group up and make your way through this area that's kind of like a hallway of a cave or whatever, I guess. You'll be encountered by the Corpser for the first time, and instead of continuing forward, if you turn to the right, you will be able to find some ammo as well as another COG tag. We have made it to Act 4. This is Campus Grinder, and this is right at the beginning of the chapter. You will see this hope sign in the center of this firefight. If you head down here and to the right, jump up onto here, and head over to a staircase over here on your right side, you will be able to find another COG tag. At the start of the chapter Bad to Worse, you're going to see directly in front of you as soon as it starts this red omen, and you will find the COG tag right on the ground next to it. On the chapter Imaginary Place, eventually you will make it to Adam Phoenix's office, which will have all these pillars in it as well as a desk. You're going to have to chainsaw through the desk and then pick up the COG tag. We are on to Act 5, Desperation, and in the chapter Comedy of Errors, you're going to be making your way through this area after Baird and Cole are surprised by a Brumac. You will see this red omen here on the left side of the room, and behind this fence you will find some grenades, ammo, and a COG tag. At the start of the chapter Window Shopping, you will be in this parking garage. Move forward until you see a set of stairs going up, and instead of going up for forward progression, you're actually going to go down, and you will find a tag on the floor. On the chapter Jurassic Proportions, which is basically just a boss battle with the Brumac, you're going to find the COG tags behind the Brumac all the way at the back of this area. Now, you can rush it if you want, and it's fine if you die. You can just reload the last checkpoint. As long as you pick up the COG tag, it really doesn't matter. You won't have to collect it again if you do die, as I am going to do here. But all the way down here at the back is the tag. Our final 3 tags are going to be on the chapter Trainwreck, and this is towards the beginning of the chapter. After you beat the Berserker at the back of the train, head through the door, and this is all forward progression. You're supposed to go to the right, however, be sure to pick up these tags. Further in the chapter, you'll come to this train car where you'll have a big firefight, and you will see 2 chain guns on the top area here. You're going to be making your way forward progression up to those chain guns. However, before you head through the door by pressing that green button, be sure to pick up these tags. Our final COG tag is located at the end of Trainwreck. This will be, I believe, the 3rd time that you knock these I guess, tanks off of the train. After doing so, you'll be able to see this red omen right here. Now be very careful. Do not step onto the next train car because that will start the next chapter. Instead, come around here through this doorway. Feel free to pick up these grenades if you want, and then open this door by pressing the green button and you will find your COG tags. This will unlock an achievement if you have been following along for collecting all 33 COG tags for the Fallen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you. If it did, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, favorite, all that fun junk. Check down in the description, some links, some awesome things, my Twitter, Facebook, donation page, Twitch channel, bunch of other things you might be interested in. Thank you for joining me. Keep it here for more Gears of War Ultimate Edition, more achievements / trophy / collectibles guides, and a bunch of other things. Until tomorrow, ta-ra.